Hello my fourth graders. Today's lesson is 4.6, multiply two-digit numbers. Our learning target is to multiply two-digit numbers using partial products or regrouping strategies. Use space-time blocks to model each product. We know this long represents 110 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 longs of 10, which is 100. And 10 longs of 3. 1, 2, 3 tens, which is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tens are 70. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of what? 3. It's going to be 21. Alright, so it was easy. How are the models related to the product 17 times 13? So 17 times 13. Do you remember we have what? W strategy, right? So it's gonna be 10 times 10, and then second step is what? 10 times 7, and third step is 10 times 3, and fourth strategy steps is what? 7 times 3. You see 10 times 10 is here. 10 times 7 is this one. 10 times 3 is this area. And 7 times 3 is this area. So we can say it represents let's say they represent, okay, let me move up in case you can see that. They represent partial products. Alright, let's move on. Now example, find 87 times 64. Estimate 90 times 60. Right, since 87 is close to 90 and 64 is round down, which is 60. So what is 6 times 9? Yes, 54. How many zeros? 2 zeros. 5,400. Now let's find out. Step 1. Multiply 87 by 4 ones or 4. This is regrouping strategy. Remember, regrouping strategy is going backward than W strategy, which is partial products. Okay, so we are going to multiply ones digit and then move on to tens digit, which is here at the bottom. 7 times 4, 4 times 7 ones are going to be 28. And you need to regroup as 2 tens and 8 ones. So you need to write it down 8 at the bottom and you need to carry 2 up there. And then you need to move on to ones digit times tens digit, going backward, right? So 4 times 8 tens is what? 32 tens. And you can add the regroup tens, which is what? 32 plus 2, which is 34. So you can write it down 34 here. That was the first step. And you finish with 87 times 4. Now we are going to move on to tens digit at the bottom. And for tens digit, you have to add 0 at the end automatically since we are working on tens digit. Please don't forget, that's really important. Now multiply 87 by 6 tens or 60. So look at this bottom. You see 2 bullet points. Yes, number 1. 6 tens times 7, which is what? 42 tens. And you need to regroup as 4 hundreds and 2 tens or 20. So you need to write down these 2 at the bottom and then you need to carry 4 up. And don't forget to put 0 at the end for the second row since we are working on, yes, tens place. Now 6 tens times 80. Another 8 tens you can say, right? Which is what? 48 hundreds. And then you need to add 2 zeros. So it can be what? 48,000. Okay, 408,000. All right, now no, sorry, 4,800 or 4,800. Add the regrouped 100, which is what? 48 plus, you see this, carry on 4. When you add them together, it's going to be 52. Write it down, 52. So it's going to be, 5,220, and then move to step 3. Add the partial products. Now all you need to do is what? You need to add the partial products, which is going to be 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5, and another 5. So the answer is what? Yes, 87 times 64 is 5,568. Let's check. Because 5,568 is close to the estimate, which is 5,400 we found, the answer is reasonable. Find the product, check whether your answer is reasonable. Let's practice more. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 by myself, and then I want you to pause the video and then do rest of them by yourself, and then you can check your answer with me. And when I do regrouping strategy, I'm going to use backward W strategy, which is I'm going to start with ones place and then move on to 1 and tens, and then I'm going to move on to what? Tens place and ones place, and then yes, tens plus and tens place. Now I'm going to start from this. 2 times 1 is what? 2. And 2 times 4 is 8. There's nothing to regroup. And then I'm going to move on to second row since I'm working on tens place. And for that, I'm going to add 0 at the end automatically since I'm working on tens place. And backward W, so I'm going to work on what? 3 tens times 1, which is 3. And then 4 times 3 is what? 12. There's nothing to carry, so you can just write it down. Now all you need to do is what? Step 3. Yes, add them all together. It's gonna be 2 and 11, carry 1 up, and 1 plus 2 is 3 and 1. So my answer is 1,312. Oh, but we supposed to find out the estimate first, which is what? I'm going to say it's gonna be 40 and 30. 4 times 3 is what? 12, and I'm going to add 2 more zeros. So my estimate was 1,200. And my actual product, which is 1,312, is close to 1,200. So my answer is reasonable. All right, let's move on to number 2. Let's estimate first this time. This is 50, it's gonna be 50. So 5 times 5 is gonna be 25, and then you need to add 2 more zeros. So our estimate is what? 2,500. Now let's find out the actual product using regrouping strategy. I'm going to start with ones and ones place. So 6 times 2, 12. I'm going to carry 1 up. And then second, 6 times 5 is what? 30. And then 30 plus 1, 31. I'm going to move on to second row since I'm working on what? Tens place. And then remember, I'm going to add 0 at the end automatically. And then 4 times 2 is what? 8. There's nothing to regroup. And 5 times 4 is what? 20. Now let's add them all together. It's gonna be 2, 9, 3, 2. So my product is what? 2,392. My estimate was 2,500. Since they are close enough, my answer is reasonable. Now let's estimate this first. 78 is close to 80, and 35 is close to 40. So my estimate is what? 8 times 4, 32, and you need to add 2 more zeros. So it's gonna be 3,200. Okay, let's find out the actual product by using what? Regrouping strategy. Now I'm going to work on this ones place first. 8 times 5. Yes, 40. So I'm going to carry 4 up. And then 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 4, 39. Right? Okay, let's move on to our tens place, which is what? You need to move on to second row, add 0 at the end automatically since we are going to work on tens place. Okay, now 3 times 8. 24. I'm gonna put 4 down and carry 2 up. And then I'm going to multiply 3 times 7, which is 21. 21 plus 2 is what? 23. Now add them all together. It's gonna be 0 and 13. Carry 1 up. 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7, 2. So my actual product is what? 2,730, which is reasonable compared to my estimate. Alright, I want you to pause your video and then do rest of them by yourself and check your answer with mine. Alright? Okay, see you soon. Find the product. Check whether your answer is reasonable. I'm going to say this is 12 times 40, which is 400. Okay? No, 10 times 40. Yeah, 400, right? Yes, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna start with ones place at the bottom. And 3 times 2 is what? 6. And 3 times 1 is 3. And I'm gonna move on to the second row, which is I'm gonna add 0 automatically, okay? And then 4 times 2 is what? 8. And 4 times 1 is 1. 4. The answer is what? 6, 11, carry 1 up, 5. 516. Let's move on. 80 times 20. Yeah, 16 and 2 more zeros. Okay, that's my estimate. And I'm going to start with 4 times 3 first, which is 12. Carry 1 up. And 4 times 8 is what? 32. So it's going to be 33 since I add 1 carry on. And the second row, I said what? Automatically, you need to add 0 at the end, okay? And you need to start with, yes, ones place. 2 times 3 is what? 6. And 2 times 8 is 16. 2991. So 1992. Now my estimate for this number 6 is 60 times 80. And 2 more zeros. I'm going to start with this 6 times 9. Carry 5 up. 30 plus 5 is 35. And then I'm going to start with 70 times 9. And remember, second row, you have to add 0 at the end automatically. Okay? And 7 times 9, 63. So I'm going to carry 66 here. And 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 6 plus 35 is 41. And you add them all together, 4,844, 4,484. Okay. Number 7, please pause if you are just writing down my answer. Pause and try yourself, okay? And then check your answer with mine. All right, estimate 20 times 40, which is 800, okay? And I'm gonna check 22 times. I'm gonna rewrite in here, under here. 1 times 2 is 2, and another 2. And I'm gonna move on to 40 times 2, but what did I say? For the second row, you have to add 0 automatically for the ones place. And 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 2 is another 8. 2, 10, carry 1 up, 9. 902. Estimate this one. 90 times 30. Okay, 9 times 3 is 36, and I need to add 2 more zeros. Now let's check. 94 times 32. 4 times 2 is what? 8, and 2 times 8 is 18. Okay, let's move on to 30 times 4. And what did I say for the second row? You need to add 0 automatically, okay? 12, carry 1 up. 27, 28, right? Remember, 27 plus 1. 8, 10, carry 1 up. Another 10, carry 1 up. 3. So 3008. Number 9, 60 times 50. So my estimate is 3,000. And let's see, 54. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry 1 up. 24 plus 1, 25. And now let's move on to tens place. You need to add 0 automatically. And 5 times, if you get confused, you can just scram that up. Okay, erase it, okay? And 5 times 3 is 15. Carry 1 up. 6 times 5 is 30. 31. 2, 10. Carry 1 up. 4, 3. So 3,402. All right, let's move on. Oh, it's getting late, and I think, yeah, I've noticed that my voice is going down. I'm gonna try to cheer myself up. Okay, Newton eats 14 treats each week. Each treat has 33 calories. How many treat calories does Newton eat each week? So, each week he eats what? 14 treats, and each treat has 33 calories. Let's multiply them. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry 1 up. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. You know, without talking, just finding the answer is not that much energy consuming, but it takes a lot of energy. Just letting you know. All right, 30 times 4, let's move on. And I'm going to add 0 automatically, I said, right? And then 3 times 4 is what? I'm gonna erase this one. 3 times 4, 12. Carry 1 up. 3 times 1 is 3, is 4. So when you add them all together, it's gonna be 462 calories. Okay. Number 11, your friend finds 43 times 26. Is it correct? Explain. All right, so 6 times 3, let's check. Is 18 correct? Carry 1 up. 6 times 4 is what? 24 plus 1 is what? 25. Oh, I think this is the mistake. He forgot or she forgot to add the carry on, right? The regrouping. All right. Now let's check for the second row then, if she or he made it correct. Oh, for the second row, you have to add 0 at the end automatically. That's going to be the ones place, right? And 2 times 3 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. There is no regrouping. So, oh, the answer is what? No. Your friend forgot to add the regrouped 10. Okay, that's the mistake. Now number 12. This type of questions takes time, but it's fun to do it. So do not give up and don't think, it's complicated, I don't want to do it. Don't say that. Let's try, okay? Now use 4 cards to write 2-digit numbers that have a product that is close to, but not greater than 1,200. It can be very, right? Close to 1,200, but not greater. So, you know, when we use 2 digits numbers, like we don't know, dinga dinga times dinga dinga is equal to 1 near is almost. I show you this sign before, right? That's about, right? 1,200. Now we need to find out 2 digits. Okay, so let's use the estimate. So what is and what can be this 1,200? Maybe let's put this for 12, and then we need to add 2 zeros at the end, right? So I'm going to say 3 times 2, tens, I mean, right? I mean, 4. Yeah, 4 can be 12. And what else? 6 times 2 can be 12 too. Okay, so let's move on and see if my answer is reasonable. 30 times 40, or we can do what? 60 times 20. But since there is no 0, we cannot use 0. So maybe we can say we might not be able to use the number, card twice because this didn't say that. So let's check. It is 30 times 40, but near to 30, near to 40. Make sense? Okay, let's try. I'm going to say 41 since this is not too far from 40, right? And I'm going to say 20 since this shouldn't be greater than 30, so I'm going to go ahead for 29, let's say. Let's check now. Okay, apply and check. 9 times 1 is 9, 2 times 1 is 2, and I'm going to move on to the tens place now, and I'm going to add 0 at the end. And 4 times 9 is what? 36, and carry 3 up. 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 9, 8, 1, 1. Woo! 1,189. This is not greater than 1,200, but close enough, right? So I'm going to use this one. 29 times 41 is equal to 1,189. If I don't get this number, this product, if this product is greater than 1,200, maybe I need to move this lower. I'm going to lower this number to 28, right? Yeah, that way you can try, okay? So apply and try, guys. Try and apply. Okay, and then check. All right, last page. Example: there are 16 hours in one day in Neptune, and there are 88 times as many hours in one day on Mercury as one day on Neptune. Wow. Okay, 88 times 16 hours, right? The question is what? There are 5,832 hours in one day in Venus. Okay. This is the question. Are there more hours in one day on Mercury or one day on Venus? Okay, so now we got the Venus already here. And the Mercury is what? Mercury is 88 times 16, right? Okay, 88 times 16. Oh, they gave us all the answers here already. Whoa, great. But let's check. 6 times 8 is what? 48. Carry 4 up. 6 times 8 is another 48. 48 plus 4 is what? 52. Correct. Now, for the second row, what did I say? You have to add 0 automatically at the ones place. And then, okay, 8 times 1 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, so when you add them all together, it's going to be 8. Okay, 10, so carry 1 up, it's going to be 14. Okay, so 1,408. Let's compare now. When you compare 1,408 and 5,832. Wow, this is much greater, right, Venus? So there are more hours in one day on Venus. Okay, let's move on. We have 3 more to go. Yay. A ninja lantern shark is 18 inches long. A whale shark is 16 times as long as the ninja lantern shark. All right. A hammerhead shark is 228 inches long. Question: is the whale shark or the hammerhead shark longer? We need to find out how. Compare. Okay, we are going to find out the lantern shark first. How long is it? 18 times 16. Let's go ahead. 6 times 8 is what? 48. Carry 4 up. 6 times 6 times 1 is what? 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. And for the second row, you have to add 0 at the end automatically, right? And then let's multiply. 1 times 8 is 8. And then 1 times 1 is 1. When you add them all together, it's going to be 288. Okay, versus what? 228. Hammerhead shark is 228, right? And whale shark is 288. So who's longer? Yes, whale shark is longer. All right, number 4. There are 24 science classrooms in a school district. Each classroom receives 3 hot plates. Wow, that's supposed to be good. Each hot plate costs $56. How much do all of the hot plates cost? I think they need to figure it out, right? Okay. Now 24 science classrooms and each has what? 3 hot plates. How many plates were there? And then we are going to multiply by 56, okay, to know how much they spent altogether. Okay? Okay, 3 times 4 is what? 12. And 2 times 3 is what? 6, 7. So there are 72 hot plates were there, and then each cost $56. Let's see. 6 times 2 is what? 12. Carry 1 up. 42 plus 1 is 43. And then for the 50, I'm going to add 0 at the end automatically. And then 5 times 2 is what? 10. Carry 1 up. I'm going to erase this one. Previous works. And then 5 times 7 is 35. It's going to be 36. Let's add them together. It's 2, 3, 10. Carry 1 up. 4,000. Okay, I'm going to put 3 dots and put $4,032. Okay, they spent. Last question. 14 adults, okay, and 68 students visit the art museum. What is the total cost of admission? Okay, so how many adults? 14 and 68 students. What is the total cost of admission? Okay, now let's find out. I'm going to find the adults admission fee plus I'm going to add student admission together. So 26 times 14. 6 times 4, 24. Carry 2 up. 2 times 4 is what? 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Now let's move on to the second row, which is I need to add 0 automatically. And then 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. When you add them all together, 4, 6, 3. That's for the adults, okay? And then for students, let's see. 19 times 68. Okay, 9 times 8 is what? Okay, 73, so I'm going to carry 7. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 plus 7 is going to be 15. All right, now let's move on to second row. You need to add 0 automatically in the ones place, and then 6 times 9, 54, and then carry 5. 6 times 1 is what? 6. When you add them together, it's going to be 11. 3, 9, 2, 1. So let's add 364 together. It's going to be 7, 15, carry 1 up, 6, $1,656. Sorry guys, I was so sleepy, I think. I did mistake. My apologies. This one is what? 8 times 9, supposed to be 72. I'm sorry, my mistake. So it's gonna be 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay. Oh, what happened? It disappeared. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, hopefully it comes back. No? Okay, maybe not. Okay, so the answer is anyway, I did it already. Please rewind and see. Yeah, the answer was $1,656. Okay, not 7. Okay, oh, it was hard. This lesson was hard for me, like physically. Okay, if I was a little bit down, please understand, I'm sorry. You guys did good. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to do your homework 177 and 78, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.